Can you hear me?
My glasses.
Okay.
Look, y'all look smart.
Yes, wonderful.
My kind of sit things before. Hold on, we live?
Mm-hmm.
Oh shit! How the hell we live?
Hi, everybody.
Damn! I got 3 minutes to outlandish. Good evening, everyone. As you can see, besides the grays, and I'm trying to grow the grays in, look a little distinguished. I heard that the salt and pepper is in now. As long as I keep my teeth nice and white, I can pass about 35, 40. Um, got the glasses on, so I can look, smart. Okay, we got a couple people online. It's me, the Jamaican Dandada DAPPA. We got Tari, the Jamaican princess over there doing her thing. Okay, we dressed in black. Oh God, here comes D. She can't wait for this subject. Here comes D. She can't wait for this subject.
A lot of people
Um,
can't wait for this subject tonight.
Listen, man, I'm thinking about this stuff and I'm like, oh God, this one's gonna be crazy. Welcome everybody. Welcome to Ian Chess. We're back again, episode 4. The beautiful Tari, the Jamaican princess, and just regular old me, Horace, aka
No,
aka the
he's the Jamaican Don Dada.
DAPPA. Please, ladies and gentlemen, please don't forget to subscribe and please send me the questions. I got people calling me and sending me questions that they want me and Tari to answer, and we'll much obliged to do it because we like having conversations about real issues, real situations. And tonight, young ladies and gentlemen, we have one. We have one tonight that hopefully some guys on the chat can they might not say anything. They might stay quiet because it's a little touchy. But here, guys, I'm here for you, and we're gonna get through this. Take my hand, take my hand, and we're gonna get through this. All right. So bring in the question, Tari. Bring this one in.
I'll let you do it tonight,
All right.
dear.
All right. Damn.
You
Okay.
the man. You the man.
All right. This question is about. This question is called. Well, this subject is about. It's called sexual anxiety. It's basically when he is um, finished before you even get started. And I'm trying to say it in the nicest way. This young lady contacted me a week ago and told me the situation. Tari, I want you to hear this. Um, okay, so this is a situation. This is a young lady's friend where she's dating this guy, and what's going on is that every time they get ready to be intimate, um, he comes too fast, which I've heard before, but I mean, he's coming like putting a condom on type deal. And the thing about it is that, I think most likely, when you usually have somebody that communicates and they really like you, they will work with you. But as a man, if you go through something like that, that gotta be like really, really troubling. And but the thing about with this situation is that, every time, after a while, she's getting frustrated because every time it just keeps happening, it keeps happening. But I'm sure, like I said, we have a woman that really likes you. She will work with you because she's like, okay, you know what? Maybe this pussy's just too good. You know, maybe, hopefully that's what she's receiving. Like, you know what? Hey, maybe maybe this thing is just too good. You know, but after a while, after these 2 minute, 1 minute, 30-second increments, it's going to get frustrating. To now, this guy did this, Tori. This guy felt threatened. I don't know what the conversation was. This guy felt so threatened that he showed her a video of him sexing another woman to let her know that it's you, not me. I
Wow.
was like, what? Yo, that was so straight up disrespectful. I couldn't believe that guy did that. And now, see, that guy feels attacked. So maybe something that she said, or maybe it's just he trying to reverse psychology to make it feel like you're the problem, not me. And you know what's ironic though? I feel there's some situation where it actually is the woman's fault. Not saying it's a fault that she created, It's just the fact that this woman is so whatever to that guy that he's overthinking where he can't get comfortable to the point like, oh God, I'm so excited where I can perform or I can't perform, or perform too quick or can't perform at all. So I couldn't believe that he did that when he showed a video of him screwing another girl. And then the thing about it now, it makes her feel a certain way because the girl that was in the video is a girl that was thicker than her. So now she has even more self-esteem issues because she's a smaller chick. So now she's thinking like, damn, does he like thicker woman than me? And that can really fuck with you because look, you don't put the time into actually liking this guy, and he kind of just like slamming in your face like, yeah, it's you, not me. Look, I can screw another chick.
Man, that's a tough one for
But
sure. That's a tough
you know what's
situation.
a you know what's so funny, Tari? That's happened to me though before.
Really?
It's happened to me. Well, I didn't know what it was because it's like what happened with me was like man, it's such a mind thing. Cause it's like, hold up, man, I just had sex a week ago. What's going on? So so it's like because I thought ED was strictly a physical thing wrong with you. Apparently, I found out it's really a lot of mental.
Yes.
So
Mhm.
I didn't know that. So it's like it happened to me, and it was like what I did. I just kind of just I didn't know what to do, so I just like stayed away from the chick. Stayed away from it. I just completely stayed away from it and not think about it. Because the problem is when you thinking about it, my problem is that I couldn't even get up to do it. So I'm just like, the girl felt bad, like, damn, is it me? And I'm just like, you know, I'm like, I didn't say anything. I didn't know what to do. But his situation, the coming quick and all, I never had that situation. So apparently, there's different forms of it.
Yes.
So
Yes.
you know, do you know about it? Because I don't.
Well, yeah. So I, did some research. So, there's definitely different reasons behind this, what is called premature ejaculation, or better known as PE. I didn't even know there was a name for this. So
Okay.
it's caused by stress, mental health, your age, which makes sense. Health conditions also make sense. Lack of education. I'm sure you didn't know about that one. I didn't know about that one either.
Hold on. Hold on, man. Hold on. This sounds a little biased. So you trying to tell me if I got a high school diploma, I might I got a high chance of having a PE? Get the fuck out of here.
Okay.
I don't know about that one, Tari.
Okay. When the last one is porn, and there's other your porn addictions, and that's real. Okay, because
Desensitizing.
yep. You have men who are, when they're constantly addicted to porn and they are masturbating while they're watching porn, they're not gonna have anything left, in them in the bedroom. Honestly, and
Mhm.
especially if their women are unaware, because many men hide that from their women. So, they're left wondering, what's going on? Is he cheating on me? Or,
So
they're
so
just left in the dark because they really don't know what's going on unless they have that conversation. And that's another thing with some couples who experience this, they're not having a conversation about it at all. So it's just left,
I
untreated, untouched.
I think like if you're in a relationship where you see something that could possibly go somewhere with that person, if you could be vulnerable as a man to communicate and actually let them know like, hey, I think I'm fine, I'm drinking my water, I'm exercising, um, you know, listen, I'm doing all I can do. I don't know what's happening, but the problem I have is that I don't suggest people just jump to the to too quick and start getting ED medication. Because if you start getting ED medication, I think if you want to physically do something that can make that you might mess up in the future, that it might not be something wrong with you necessarily. If it's a mental thing, I don't think you should take medication. Period. Just do without it. If that's the
Right.
case, you know what I'm saying? That's just me. I would just do without it. Listen, I have my fun. If this is the end, this is the end. You know, if this is the end, like Michael Jackson said, if this is the end, that's it. My friend, okay, that's it, man. I have my fun. Okay, this is all I got. I guess that's why your friend a couple weeks ago talking about so long as he got that mouth. But listen, listen,
Mm.
because I read a little bit, and they were saying that some solutions are like deep breathing and edging. But isn't edging when you kind of like build yourself up to a point of erection, and then okay, you pull back and okay, stick it in there. Hey
Yes,
man,
yes.
but Tari,
I
yeah,
just learned about that as well. I didn't even realize that that was the term for that.
but Tari, there's a situation because sometimes when the wetness get on the head of the penis,
Mm.
that's what gets the stimulation from the man or whatever. But when you have a mental situation, ain't that much wetness can help you because it's like I've been in a situation before, same person was like, okay, I didn't know what I was doing. I'm etching, I guess that's what you call it. And I put it in, and that shit just dies like a fucking like a fly, a fly in the sky. That shit just go whoop, and I'm just like, damn. I was like, what the hell's going on? I was like, shit, I gotta drink some more Cersei.
That's her. Why is seriously the cure for all ailments?
Hey, because Cersei cleanses the blood, so I'm thinking it's a physical thing as far as blood cleansing. But this ain't. It's just mind. What is the mind?
Yeah, well,
Good,
seriously
good.
can't cure that. Mm.
Me personally, I think what can help the mind situation with premature ejaculation is intimacy. I think
Yep. Mm.
intimacy as far as just being around a person,
Yes.
getting just being intimate, letting the body get used to each other as far as bonding, and just don't even think about it. Just being hugging and holding, watching Netflix or cooking. Just try to get the sexual part out of it and just actually be
Yeah.
intimate. You know what
I
I'm
think
saying?
that's very important. Like as we become older, and from me personally, that's more important to me now, in my 40s
Hmm.
and my husband in his 50s,
Hmm.
that, we don't even realize, if we don't have sex, like how much time has passed because we are so connected and,
Yeah,
bond with each other. Yeah. And we know each other's love language as well.
yeah.
So I think that's very important. As you become more mature, wiser, and your life changes, the focus
Hmm.
in your life,
Yeah.
yeah,
Correct.
changes. It definitely impacts,
Oh,
your communication, just things, the intimacy for sure, the bond that you have becomes stronger. And I think like just talking, my husband and I will talk about relationships
yeah.
and just that's important, and what our relationship and just things that we experience on a day-to-day basis, that where we're like, I need to share this with you, like this happened today, like we just spend more time doing that.
But you know what? But what about the couples that can't be vulnerable? See, you and your husband are vulnerable with each other. What about the couples that can't
Mm.
be vulnerable, or that one person in the couple that is vulnerable, but the other isn't? Now you got a pull push motion. Now you're not
Yeah.
going to really get anywhere because now emotionally, how is it going to affect the person that is not being well, both people are not being satisfied. How is that affecting you as a woman, and how's that affecting me as a man, when it's like we're not really, one of us are not being vulnerable or both not being vulnerable? So what do we do now? Now you just lost.
then
Now you
then you have to go seek therapy. You definitely have to go to a therapist, I think, to discuss these. You have to discuss it with someone who is not biased. If you're not discussing it with each other, and doing, finding a solution and doing anything about it, you're going to have to look on the outside, because that's going to create a toxic relationship and you'll have no growth.
but you know what I found out when it comes out to the sexual anxiety, it's somewhat of a depression. And the thing about when you talk about stuff that's bothering you in your mind, it constantly makes you think about it, and that's the problem. When you're thinking, that's a problem with anxiety. You're thinking, overthinking. So I think you got to just withdraw yourself from it. Because sometimes you ever been, well, I mean you're married now, but I've been with people before in the past where it's like when you with them, you're not thinking, you just act, you just reacting. But sometimes when you want to be with somebody so bad, you're thinking of what to say, thinking of what to do. Make sure you're not doing the wrong thing. Make sure you're doing the
That's
right
true.
thing. So that's
Yes.
why I think the anxiety builds up, and now it's time to have sex. Like, oh my God, I can't believe I'm about to get this ass. So it's like, oh God, what am I about to do? So far she don't like it. You know, you just overthinking. Now you just like,
Yeah, yeah. Overthinking can be a major, setback in your
yeah, man.
relationship
No,
for sure. Yeah, that's a number one problem that people have is overthinking.
yeah. So
I have
so
to
that's
catch myself from doing that because I'll do it and I go, wait, nope, you're overthinking. You know,
yeah.
just like Nike, just do it.
So the thing about it is that I was thinking about. I don't know if you ever turn the TV on and see they always have some ED medication, and I think they taking the ED medication. Just they just overdoing it because some of these guys don't even have this problem, and they just taking the medication to get an edge.
Really? Wow. Well, I don't watch much TV.
That's
I
what,
watch more, streaming. So of course
yo,
there's no ads, so I really don't see them. But
man. On social
wow,
on
that
social
is
media, they always, on social media, they always talking about ED medication, and I
oh,
think, like I
oh,
said, it's not necessarily ED. Sometimes these guys have. They just want to just perform to the max level, and I think you're gonna slowly damage your body. Me personally, I'm not doing it, man. I just squeeze some lime and honey, and you
are you
know,
seriously?
I'm a Cersei. Hey, man, it's all I got, baby. You know, you got take it. Take it or leave it.
Oh God.
Yeah, take it or leave it, man. So lime and
Okay,
honey.
guys. Well, let's poll the audience with the first poll of the night.
Okay.
Be honest. Have you ever faked it just to get it over with? Yes, no, or more than once. Tell us how you feel in the chat.
Can I tell you I faked it twice?
Have you
Hey,
ever faked it just to get over it, guys
hey,
and
me and my
gals?
hey, me and my close friend have talked about this before as men, that we faked it. That's bad. Listen, when you fake it as a man, man, as a woman, you should feel real bad. But we'll never tell a woman because that's real bad. 'Cause I'm just trying to get her out of here, man. Like this thing somebody, but that's why I'm her if I'm done. Please. That's why but that's why I her if I'm done so I can't pull out my drawers. I mean, it was bad, Tari. Bad, bad. And I ain't talking about bad meaning good. Bad meaning bad.
Bad meaning good.
Bad meaning bad. I
Wow.
was like, yeah, man. Nah,
Well,
nah.
yeah, I must confess, I faked it in my 20s. Uh,
For
you know,
real?
yeah, prior to Dale. Prior to Dale.
I'm just,
Yeah, prior to Dale. I can't remember. Yeah, no,
but,
doing
but,
that. If I just don't,
what I know I've heard throughout the years
I
that
just
women,
don't peak. I just don't peak.
you know what I've
I don't
heard
lie
throughout the
about
years?
it.
I've heard throughout the years that women say like when a man is giving them oral and he's so bad, they just be like, let's come on up, come on up. It's like, no, no, stop. Let's come on up.
That is so embarrassing.
Have you ever heard a woman say that? I'm
That
sure
is
you heard a
so.
woman say that, right?
That is no. That is so embarrassing. Not in my circle. I don't.
Really? I've heard countless women say that.
Man,
Women I've dated and not dated, they've said that, yeah. I told guys, no, stop, baby. Come on up. Just come on up. Yo, you know how bad it is as a dude? How you feel like,
that's
damn.
what I'm saying. Like,
I mean,
oh
you never do
goodness,
that. Man, listen, it can't be
man.
that. Sorry, it can't be that bad to have to do oral sex. Come on, man. I mean, people are that tough to have oral sex. It ain't that hard. I'm
Listen.
guessing. This is okay.
All right, guys. Let's move on to the next poll question. Does quick sex always mean bad sex? No, I don't think it always means bad sex because some quickies I've had are really, really good.
But
So
but but so the definition of a quickie is you're just want to be satisfied but not climax. Because I hate quickies.
no, yeah, when I'm satisfied, that's what I mean.
So you don't care about climax. You
No
just want to
quickies
feel good.
when no quickies when I'm satisfied. Yes.
No. What I'm talking about climaxing. So you're
Hmm.
not climaxing. You're climaxing in a quickie.
Yes. Sometimes I didn't say most times. Sometimes just
So
depends on
so the
how
quickie.
what mood I'm in.
I was just about to say that because your mind has to
Yeah.
be there. Your mind have to be there. Oh boy, here comes Casey.
Hi,
Here comes,
Casey.
here comes Casey. So your mind have to be there already in order to receive
You
the quickie.
correct. There you go. Yes,
Oh,
yes.
okay.
So
Okay. Casey, you just missed it. We was talking about the good mouse.
here's the question, Casey. Does quick sex always mean bad sex? Here are your choices. Yes, it's disappointing. Not always quality over quantity, or depends on the partner.
I think it depends on the partner because I think
Yeah, me too.
a lot of times when you want a quickie is that you know this person can perform and and
Yes,
satisfy you. So it's like,
yes. So you get
yeah,
excited. You're like,
yeah, come on, yeah,
okay, yep, Casey agrees. Quickies
yeah,
are great. Yes.
yeah. Women love quick. I don't know. I'm not a quickie dude, man. I like to.
No, I am not. I didn't say that. I don't love quickies. I just said, but sometimes if that's all I'm gonna get at the moment, hey, I'll take it. I'll take it.
Man, I'm not a fan of quickies, man.
Because if you gotta hurry up, your partner you both gotta go to work, you know, just get it over and done with. Or in the morning. The
I,
morning
I,
before you go to work.
sorry, I hate
Like
morning
in
sex,
the bed.
man. I don't like morning sex, man. Like we talk like 2, 3 in the morning, yeah. Well, we talking about like
Yes,
6, 7?
2, 3 in the morning or 5 a.m. Yep.
Man, I can't get my performance, man. I got listen. I'm sweating before I woke up, man. Nah, man, nah, man. My life a perform. You see what I say? So I need my breakfast and my walk and the sun are beating upon me. And, I just need like I'm not gonna be my best in the morning. Okay,
Mm.
watch out. Imagine. Okay, Casey said, imagine you're at home on lunch break and the two off and the two off
Of
you already. It's fun. I mean, on lunch break, I can get it. I get it. I get it. I get it. I mean,
time and place for quickies. Yep. That's true.
when it's spontaneous, I can understand and you're comfortable with that person. Yes, I get that one. But what is a quickie? You're talking about like 15 minutes, 10 minutes?
Yeah.
Mm. That's hell. That's normal sex for some people. Yeah, but I don't know about that one. I'm thinking quickies are like 5 minutes.
Well, Houston, we have a problem.
Wow, wow.
No, what you said, that's the regular, like
Yeah,
normal
man.
time,
Yeah,
regular time, 10 minutes. Hey,
listen, 5, 10 minutes. That's about what? 300 pumps.
you counted?
You do the equation. That's about 300 pumps. Listen, what is the average pump? What's the average
Oh,
pump for a man? Average pump for a man.
looking it up right now.
Oh God, I wonder what is the average pump. But listen, every race is different. So you can't, all men ain't pumping the same.
Okay, well, I'm putting for black men. There you go.
I think, I think, I think, I think us brothers, we average about
Oh my God.
500,
This
500 pumps
topic,
per session. 500 pumps per
uh,
session.
it has to do with your heart rate. Look, it has to do with your heart rate.
It
Oh,
does?
there you go. Heart rate, thrusting speed.
No, no. Hey, that's not my piece of scotch bonnet pepper. Hey, never my piece of scotch bonnet pepper. Get your heart rate right. Hey,
Man. No, unfortunately, it does not give us that stat, the
oh,
average
okay, okay,
per minute. No.
okay. All right, but as far as the solutions like we spoke of for the sexual anxiety, I read where they're talking about deep breathing. Listen, man, deep breathing. Listen, you can deep breathe all you want, but your mind is still thinking about the fact that you can't perform or you're coming too quick or hell, I've heard where you come in before you put the condom on. Sorry, damn. Now imagine what this poor guy's going through. He's below average in size, right? This is his first chance to get the pumps. That's two. He's not necessarily sure if she really likes him, but this is the first time he's about to get some. And now and he can't perform. Can you imagine what this poor man is going through?
Yep.
Now, why you did your face like
No.
that? Hey, so you did your face. You are that woman that he's got so many strikes against him, but you're so nice and kind. You're so nice and kind. You trying to figure out the nicest way to let this man down, right? You see, I can see it in your face, man. Because you just like, man, listen, man, no, you got 3 inches. Okay, you can't get it up. It's the first
Yeah,
opportunity.
I think I just stopped. In the past, I just stopped talking. I just stopped talking to the guy. I just stopped calling.
How many guys average you think going through this as far as like all the 3 things I named? Or this just they just can't make it. They just have
Man,
no fear.
mm,
I
I
wonder
want to
what I
say
wonder what the
at
percent I wonder what the
least,
percentages
I don't know. Would you
are. Man.
say 40%? I don't want to say 50%.
But you know what's so funny? But you know what's so
Maybe
funny?
like 30 to 40%.
You know what's so funny? It's like I remember back in the day, like like if a woman told me, "Oh man, you're so good in bed," I never used to believe them because I'm thinking like all of it. And when I was younger, I used to be like, "Man, all of us can do the same thing." I didn't realize until I got as I'm getting older and having different partners, where it's like, man, all guys don't have sex the same.
No, they
Like,
don't.
like I didn't know something. Somebody was telling me that some guys the stroke game is off. I'm like, stroke. I mean, how you don't know how to stroke? Is
Hmm.
a what is a rhythm thing? I don't get it.
Yeah,
Like
yeah, rhythm. That's true. Yeah, some guys don't have any rhythm.
so you just don't they don't know how to move their hips or they
No,
just I mean,
exactly. Correct.
uh,
Yeah,
I just
yeah.
I just can't see myself without rhythm.
Yeah, but you're Caribbean.
So that's what it's so so okay. So what guys you think that would have had rhythm? Like mathematicians? Like, cause now it's like I'm analyzing this thing and I'm
Scratching
like,
your head. It's like,
yeah, no, 'cause I'm trying to analyze this thing because I was so dumbfounded, like realizing, like, man, all guys are not the same. Just like so funny. I used to talk to a couple girls in the past, and they was just like, man, ain't all the pussy the same? And I was like, absolutely not. It's not. So then I started thinking, like, damn, I guess all men are not the same. But I used to think that. But
yeah.
damn, boy. So I never used to get like big headed. I just like take it with a grain of salt, like whatever, man. You just like because I got a good credit score. So I ain't really whatever really take it to like to the head. Sorry.
Oh gosh.
You see that 790, you was like, okay, he good.
Casey says 7 minutes is a sweet spot.
What's she doing? Timing it?
Well, yeah, you have an idea for, a quickie. Yeah, 7 minutes, 7 to 10 minutes. Yep,
Man,
that's
that's
about
just
right. Because 5 minutes is too quick. You
man.
you need that extra 2 minutes. Yeah.
But you man, I don't know, man, because it depends on the compatibility with the two couples. It's like I don't like the fact that you made me come so quick. I feel what I'm saying. I need to feel like I'm doing some work. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, but that means sometimes that's a good thing. That means that I'm doing my part. Like, you just you can't hold it. It's so good you can't hold it. So sometimes it bees like that.
I know it's all right. I guess you're right. But you guys have to be in such a comfortable part in the
Yeah,
relationship.
exactly. Yeah, that too.
Where,
Yeah, and that's how I
where you,
feel. You have to be like
I get
really
you.
like this. You
I get
know,
you. When you know that
locked
this guy,
in. Yeah,
yeah,
and it's not like that 100% of the time. It's every now and then. So for me,
yeah,
it's not a problem because
yeah,
that means
yeah.
I'm doing my thing, doing my thing.
So let me ask you. Let me ask you a question. Let me ask you a question about. I was talking to a good friend of mine, and she brought up. I talked to her about this, and she was saying that. Wouldn't you think that what is sexual anxiety possibly in women? So she made up a point where it's a great point where she said maybe sometimes when a woman doesn't get wet, with a guy, but she really wants to be with the guy, but her body won't allow her to actually get wet for the guy, but she's
She
really
wants
wanting.
to.
So
Yeah.
maybe that's a counter for the woman having sexual anxiety, where she doesn't get wet. And
Yeah.
it makes sense because the counter for a man and a woman, we get erect, you guys get wet. So I'm now it really opened up my mind to like really want to find out when a woman doesn't get wet. That doesn't mean that she doesn't like you. It does the fact that at that moment she has anxiety. And would she even share that? I mean, have you ever heard anybody, a woman, experience something like that?
No, not in my circles. But I don't, deny that, women have experienced that. And again, I can only speak for myself too, that where that has happened, because I'm stressed. Stress plays a major factor in, a lot of things. So, sometimes if I'm overly stressed, I'm not in that right frame of mind, it just won't happen. Or if it
Well,
does, not that it won't happen, it would takes a while. It takes a while because I
well,
have to mentally put myself in that space. I have to be like really like, yeah, like laid back, and my mind is clear. But my
yeah.
mind is cluttered, then no.
But but look at what Casey said, that that's the difference between men and women. That women and
Yes.
men are physical, women are psychological.
Yes,
Oh,
and we're
but,
emotional. Yeah, I have to be. You guys are just, yeah, don't need to be,
that's
emotional.
I debunk that because that's not true. Because the sexual anxiety is a mental thing. So
Mm-hmm.
if my mind is not right, where I'm overthinking, that's psychological, and that caused
Mm-hmm.
me not to get it right. So
Mm-hmm.
I don't buy that, because the woman physical part, or the psychological part, she cannot be wanting to have sex with you psychologically. It's like, man, I can't get wet for this guy. So it's the
Yeah.
same thing.
Yeah, it has to be
It's
the
not,
right partner.
yeah,
Yeah.
it's not a man and woman thing. I think we both have to be psychologically want this at the moment in order for our bodies to react the right way. So
Mm.
so
To some
Casey,
extent, I just think that women are more like we are, just more emotional than men. So I just think it's easier for you guys, you know, to rise
to do what?
than the woman. To
The
to
rise,
yeah.
but our mind, but like, once again, the physical. Okay, when you say the physical, our minds still have to see something physically, or the smell sometimes of a woman. You ever smell a woman? Oh, I
Hmm.
mean, well, you're a woman, you can't smell yourself,
But
but listen,
yes.
sorry, when you smell her, I found the sweet effervescence. Oh, Lord have mercy. And somebody said that's psychological. It's not
Okay.
physical, man. When a woman passed by a Publix, I should have smelled sweet. Lord have mercy. Yo, thank God for boxer briefs. Because listen, listen, listen. The effervescence of a woman, man. That's like the movie, The Scent of a Woman.
Yeah.
Nothing like it,
Okay.
Lord.
Okay.
Nothing like it, Lord Jesus. Okay, you
You
guys.
men are just dirty. Just.
Listen, listen. Sorry. You guys think just like us. You guys just hide it. Y'all think just like us. Y'all be seeing a man, they be like, "Oh, girl, I would tear his ass up." Tell the truth. Tell the truth, sorry. Tell the truth. Y'all just like us, man. Y'all just hide it better.
Oh God.
Listen, sorry.
Ah.
Truth or false. A woman can see an attractive guy and she'll look right through him. A man see an attractive woman and he stare down. Same shit, but it's a different way you guys do it.
Yeah, you're not wrong.
Yeah, okay.
You're not wrong.
Yeah, because it's not for a woman to come off like I'm staring at this guy, because you guys are the hunted. So you can't come off like the hunter, because then you look like easy money, easy prey. So you got
Mm.
to come off like, I see this attractive guy, but no big deal.
And pay no mind. Yeah.
I just look through him. I didn't learn that till like my 30s. I'm just like, I notice every time I go somewhere and I could tell a woman is interested in me, she'll show her neck. She'll show her neck like this. And I'm like, she looking at me. But I picked up all the signs already. Listen, I know you, Mo. I know y'all, man. I'm telling you. I, I know y'all, man.
I hear you. I hear you. Yeah, just listen and learn.
Okay. Well, Tara, is it possible a couple that's going through something like this, can they build a better sex life? Like, I mean, can they build a better sex life knowing that they had this issue in the past and it might arise again?
Hmm. I think there's still hope for couples. Yeah. Like I said, they're gonna have to try different types of, foreplay.
Man,
Um,
man, Tara,
it-
this,
it- Again, I keep saying the T word, therapy. They're gonna
uh,
have to talk about it. They're gonna have to, do foreplay. What does it
Tara,
say? Oh, more body awareness. See, that's important.
what is that? Explain that to me. I'm not. What is that?
Just again, be aware of each other's, body language and what your needs, each other's needs are,
Hmm.
sexually. And because for me, okay, for example, I'm a toucher.
Hmm.
I'm very affectionate, so
Yeah,
my needs are to be caressed.
yeah, 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 yeah.
While my
But
husband's are is not. He's not, you know, as affectionate as I am. So, you know, we just
you
have to
know,
know each other's. But I know what his again his love language is and what works for him. So he knows what works for me and vice versa. So we are tuned in to each other's
I just
love
realized what my
language.
love language is when it comes to sexually. I like when my woman talks to me like how can I say, kind of like threatening. Like say, you're
Yeah,
not gonna,
I know what you mean. Yes.
you think you gonna hit this ass? Oh, you ain't hitting nothing. What? I'm not hitting what? Oh, yeah, you want
Okay.
to like kind of like that. Oh, what you gonna do with this pussy? Not there.
The freaks come out at night.
No, that's not freaking dog. That's kind of just like knowing your man, knowing your woman, and then it's like you
Mhm.
use it to your advantage. Like, see,
Got
you
got it.
you like to be caressed, or you like to be caressed.
Yeah.
He just caress you without you even really not realize that you're caressing you. Like walk past you, and then just brush your butt. What I mean,
Yeah.
brush. Like, what you doing? I ain't doing nothing, ma'am. I'm just walking by. Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
See what I'm saying? But once again, that comes off with intimacy. That comes off with getting comfortable with your partner. That comes off with patience.
Yeah, yeah.
Where it's like, okay, you know what? I see a future with this person. He or she is more than just the sex part. But how long can we go, Tari, with this situation happening? I mean, hell, it's been 7 months, 8 months, 9 months. What's the cutoff time?
Casey said, by the way, those are all setups for a quickie. Laugh out loud.
Oh, Lord, this Casey, man. Casey's a freak. Casey's a
Hey, I'm a freak to some extent. So yeah.
Hey, man, as long as it's controlled in a controlled environment, hey man.
Yes, that's all that matters.
So that's it. As long as they're doing a swingers club and another thing, a different thing. Though. So
Well,
what,
see, it says women voice what they wish their partners understood about intimacy, right? You is again communication. Allow space for mature, clear feedback.
man? Listen, you got like I said, man. As a man who is going through this, the vulnerability you have to kind of,
Yes.
and I don't think a lot of guys can get to that
Yeah.
point. I'm sorry.
But that's the only way you can build a better sex life together. Yeah, because it can only improve with communication, vulnerability, and time. That's truth. Those
Yeah,
things. And then that
yeah,
the shame
I
and
agree.
embarrassment has to be out the door. You
But
really
'cause
have to just be able to talk about it openly.
just listening to what you just said, that's exactly what I did. I kind of just like I was just vulnerable and let you know, like, hey man, if you want to leave, I understand. And this never happened to me before, but I'm sure the person heard that before. But I'm just being honest. I didn't really know. So I just like, man, I think I'm fine, but I was thinking about it so much, which I never done before. And I just let it go. If she want to go, she's gonna go. I've had my time in the sun, for over these years. Listen, If I didn't get this ass this time, hey man, okay, Sarah. Sorry, man. I did my best, and I released it from my spirit. I released it.
That's
It's
all
gonna
you
happen.
can do because honesty is the best policy. So it's better to just be completely honest with your partner. Otherwise, that's just gonna be a again lead to a toxic relationship. It's just
I got a
why stay if you're not on the same page?
I got a question for you. The young lady that asked me the question about the guy that showed the video of him screwing another woman. Like, what would you tell her as far as her self esteem that's clearly has going to be damaged now from this? That the fact that she put this time into this guy with his issue, and like, what would you tell her as far as moving on? Because she has to move on from this guy. There's no
Yeah,
way in
see
hell.
that's exactly what I would tell her. Like, sis, you cannot stay. You know that is the straw that broke the camel's back.
But you know what though? You know this is somewhat form of abuse
Oh
because
yes, yes.
because you know what could happen? She will
Yeah.
stick around to try to prove herself right.
Worth herself worth, yeah, because that right there is a sign of a narcissist. That's
Yeah,
narcissistic behavior
yeah,
right there. Yeah,
yes.
that's gaslighting. That
And
is a form of gaslighting. Yep.
I would not be surprised if she sneakily still sees this guy and don't let her friends know. Would not be surprised. Because now she have to prove herself that she is okay and she has control of the situation.
Yeah, and
You
you
know?
shouldn't have to do that, yeah, in a
Yeah,
relationship.
yeah.
The man should know that you are worthy from the jump. C and D said that was an immature move on his part. Definitely.
That
There's
was,
just
yeah.
there's a lot of men out there who are grown and still immature, behave like immature boys.
Yes. Yes. And you know what, man? Like I said, I can take um I can take responsibility for some things that I've almost done and I catch myself because it's really easy to point the finger at somebody else when you feel like you're okay and it's not you, it's them. But sometimes you gotta like step back. But how many times you can actually catch yourself from doing or saying something that you know is just not right to say, you know
Yeah.
what I mean? Because you're hurt. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That takes a lot of growth as a person where you can do something like that.
Yeah.
I'm proud of myself, man. I think you know, Tari, I think I'm a decent human being. I'm not no, seriously, man. I'm not a bad dude, man. I'm really a great catch.
I knew you were gonna say that.
I think I am. No, Tari, I think no, Tari, listen. The woman that marries me, she is gonna be uh, she's gonna be just blessed. You see me? Tari, I'm just saying, I'm a good catch, yo. I can cook, I can
Uh,
cut the lawn.
and you just got to get somebody to clean that house. Cause it can't be you.
I'm gonna find somebody for that, man. I got somebody for that, dog.
I don't know how you missed the boat on that one.
Man, man, I'm not perfect. I'm not perfect.
You got
Well,
more pros than cons. Okay.
absolutely. Listen, man. My more pros than cons, my girl. Listen, man. Come on. My more pros than cons. Hey, this is not about me. This is not about me. No.
All right. Next poll question. What's worse in the bedroom? Bad technique, no stamina, or lack of connection?
Ooh. For a man or a woman,
Man.
bad technique, lack of connection, or
Or
what else?
woman. Or woman. Yeah. What's worse in the bedroom?
For me, I hate when a woman is trying to like she's trying to screw you. I'm like, yo, what are you doing? Oh, why ain't no? Why ain't no? I'm like, yo, relax yourself, my girl. The technique, I can fix the
We can
technique
fix
thing.
that. We can fix that.
Yo, let's grab her now, wall her. Yo, my girl, relax, no one. Yo, relax yourself, my girl. So the technique part we
Okay.
can't fix.
Move on. Next one. No stamina.
The stamina for a woman don't count. That don't count. Okay, so for the man, that's the only part.
Man,
So I say connection.
connection. Yeah, that's gonna be a major problem. No lack
Okay,
of connection.
because you could be with somebody that's fine and it's like the sex is just like, or it's just like the pumps just not. It's not you're not one with the pumps. You see what I'm saying? Because you like, no, Tari, it's real stuff.
No, I believe you.
You got some woman with some good stuff, man. But it's just like it's good, but it's not grab you. You see what I'm saying? It not hold you. You see what I'm saying? But you have some woman that is not as fine, but it's just like, oh my God, like, yo, man, I'm gonna put you on my 401k. You see what I'm
Not the
saying?
401k.
Oh, yo, put you on the 401k and the insurance. You see what I'm saying? So I say connection.
Yeah, I agree.
Okay, all right,
Here,
we'll agree on
Casey
that.
said that bad.
Oh Lord, it's Casey, man. Sorry, your phone freeze again. Sorry, your phone freeze again. Your phone freeze. Your your Wi-Fi, man. What is that? Well, I'm telling you, listen, when we watch the video back, you will see that you're frozen. Because right now you stuck. Nope, you're still stuck. That mean we gotta end the. That mean we gotta end the live, man. Because it's not gonna show. It's not gonna show. It's not gonna show. It's not gonna show on the video. All right, folks. Well, unfortunately, we have to end the live because sorry's going through his Wi-Fi has has clunked out. No, you're not on. Only I can hear you. Nobody else. There you go. Oh, you come back. Right there. Oh, watch it. It freeze up again. Lord of mercy. Oh, yeah, yeah. Sorry. It, it freeze up again. So my gonna end the show now. So once again, everybody, thank you guys for joining Tari and I in your chest. They can't hear you, Tari, because you froze. So thank you guys for joining us. Please subscribe to the channel as in your chest on YouTube. Please keep contacting Tari and I, and you can send us your questions on inyourchest@gmail, or you can actually text me if you know me personally, or text Tari personally, and comment on the video, and please let us know what you think. We really appreciate it. Thank you so much for joining us on the live again, and you guys have a wonderful night. And Casey, do better. Good night, everyone.